Hello, hello. So I wanted to make a video. I just experienced something that I thought would be valuable to just put into a video and just have it out there in the universe. On the topic of seeking validation from people. And usually we seek validation from others because we seek validation from our parents, right? That they're the beginners. It all starts with them, and then however that validation happens during childhood, it transferred into adulthood, and that's how we seek validation from others. So my example was this morning, a very brief interaction with my dad. He was kind of rumbling, he's cranky, 74-year-old. He was always cranky, he's always yelling. So he had his moment, he was fussing around, and he said something to me very quickly, very briefly, that stung. My family has a way to minimize me. I'm a girl, I'm the youngest, and they say it in Russian, but it's kind of like, oh, what are you peeping over there? It's kind of like they hear beep, 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 beep. I'm like so small, so tiny. So what I said is so minuscule. And he said it, he didn't say, what are you peeping over there? He has actually said, go back, because I work Saturday morning with clients, and I worked from like 10 to 1 straight. And, I felt like I did like such important work, right? I even had like a 1-hour consultation with parents about a student and about, we brought up so many things, and I felt like so, oh my God, I'm just helping these people so much. Felt so important. And then he's like, oh, go back to peeping over there. So I guess he overheard me in working and talking to my clients or whatever. So said, go back and peep over there. So it was that sting, like, are you kidding me? That people, I'm helping people so much. And that's how you describe it? Like the years of hard work, and 2 master's degrees, and I work so hard and I help so many people. And this is how you treat it? Like, who are you? Like, you're just working towards your pension. Like, have you helped anybody ever? This is what started going on in me. So I definitely noticed that I was triggered. At this point, I don't react because I noticed that that's a trigger, and that's for me to resolve. So what was coming up is that need for validation, his validation, my parents' validation, people's validation of how great I am, how talented I am, how, just how much I'm helping people, how important I am, all of that stuff, which I never get from them. And so I knew, like, I need to sit down with this trigger and release it. Because it's not about them. I don't need to prove to my parents how important I am. I don't need to prove to them or show to them how good I am, how talented I am, how capable I am, because I'm not doing any of this for them. I'm not seeing my clients from my parents. My parents have nothing to do with this. I'm doing it for me and my clients. I'm serving, I'm in service, and but the type of therapist I am, the amount I put in, I do that for me. So they have nothing to do with it. That means they don't need to validate me. Nobody does, because I'm doing it for me. That means my heart is the only thing that matters here. And if I feel it in the heart, it hurts there, then it needs to be settled there. Not through an argument, not telling him stop talking to me, which I used to do, you know, like stop talking to me like this. It's disrespectful. It's not going to change that. It's about me. Yeah, and it's just also interesting what happens when that trigger happens. It's like a piece of you is being taken away, which means like there was a piece of you missing. And that's why it's so important to connect to the heart, to bring that piece back and make it whole. Because nobody can actually take or give you anything. They don't have that ability. They don't have that power unless you just give it away, which as a child, I had no choice. But as an adult, I can make it whole again. So yeah, this is a video, another video about validation, and this is so critical because like these topics come up so much when I work with clients, kids and adults. How much people are seeking external validation, even the good job, you did great. You know, even hearing that from the parent, that's still seeking external validation. So kids are right now, the parenting is going in the direction of like always cheering, yeah, good job, you did great, instead of teaching the kids to validate themselves, which in parental world in the US or Europe, there doesn't seem to be much going on. It went from no validation or barely to extreme, like, yeah, you're amazing. And it was so interesting that was what the parents that I was working with and consulting with. Um, you have one parent, the father, who comes from one background where there's barely any validation, if any, and then another background where there's like nonstop cheering. And then I asked, like, where is the child in the middle? Because the child is being pulled in both directions, but where is she? How does she feel about a situation? Where is her heart at? So even that cheering is still seeking external validation. And then the child can grow up continuously seeking that. I have another client, even like today, we were talking about he loves the spotlight. You know, he in high school and college, he was a star athlete. And then in corporate, that motivation to really stand out in his internship, to be like the one that his supervisors turn to. And even though he's an intern, like he had this spotlight. And now, you know, his job is not secure and graduating college. So like what happened to the spotlight? It's being that celebrity, having being cheered, it's like a drug, but it's not real. All it was is people taking advantage of him. It wasn't really appreciating him, and that's how he feels now, unappreciated. So yeah, you know, seeking that external validation, whether it's from a parent that's like mine, barely any, if any, and there was a lot of negative too, or too much of that, yeah, all the time, just praise, 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 you're amazing, you're awesome, you know, everything you do is amazing. It's like, that's not realistic also. Like there has to be like a middle ground. And for the person, for the child, then to start and looking within to evaluate themselves, look at it themselves, stay with their heart, stay with their body, and reflect on it themselves, validate themselves, because that's all that matters there. It's not what one parent or another parent or boss or whoever or partner thinks. It's about, you know, your own truth. That's where the validation comes from. So thanks for watching.